Oh, thank you, Eddie, so much for your warm welcome, and thank you, all of you, for your warm welcome. Hello, special guests. Hi, Dazdees. So good to see all of you. And more importantly, hello, MSEP partners. Hello, and to our new partners, welcome. We're so happy and excited that you're with us today. You know, we just keep growing and growing, which is music to my heart. 2022 inductees, thank you for becoming partners and committing to recruiting, hiring, promoting, and most importantly, retaining military spouses in your ranks. Longtime partners, thank you for enduring the support, for your enduring support of military spouses. As a military spouse myself, thank you for your support. Again, special thanks to our distinguished guests, and what a pleasure it is to be here today for the MSEP new partner induction ceremony. I've been to many of these before, but I always sat way in the back, so this is kind of fun. I'm so honored to witness the induction of over 70 new partners, and I'm so proud of you, our partners and our military spouses that are in the audience. In my 30 years as a military spouse, I have to tell you, I had many jobs. I started out as a nurse, but nursing didn't always work with our moving, and so I did an awful lot of different kinds of things. We crossed many continents and countless states, and as we moved around and our kids grew up, I had to get creative with work. Did you know that I was a tour guide at the United States Military Academy at West Point? I sure was, and I did a pretty good job. One time, I took an entire bus full of Australian visitors, and they gave me a great tip, so I'm really happy about that. So being able to kind of reinvent myself everywhere that I went, it gave me an awful lot of flexibility to work and support our family while raising our kids. I called it McDonald's money. Meanwhile, Mike took classes and he continued on with his career, and we were always very supportive of him. It seemed that was our focus, even for the kids, believe it or not. We always wanted to make sure that we were right behind him and helping him do what he needed to do. But we had a lot of adventures too, over a dozen PCSs and some of them overseas, and I can tell you stories about traveling with dirty laundry in boxes, but I won't. In Germany, I struggled to get hired as a nurse, and it turns out you have to know German to be a nurse in Germany, who knew? But I also struggled to get hired in several United States places as well, because you have to have that state license. And over time, I ended up with 7 state licenses, not because I worked in every single state, but because when I was 5 years old, my father passed away in a car accident, and that taught me to always be prepared. You never know, and so I always wanted to be prepared with an active license. So I'm so grateful to see more and more employers who respect the sacrifices of military spouses join our ranks. I'm just thrilled. We juggle many obstacles that civilians don't always juggle. The average civilian has never heard of PCS. Can anybody tell me what PCS stands for? Permanent change of station. That's when we go from one location to another. And military spouses move an average of 2 to 3, 4 times per, 2, 3, 4 years at a time. Our unemployment rate kind of hovers around 21%, which is far above the civilian rate, as many of you know. And it's very challenging as well to find childcare. Finding childcare for all of us is challenging right now, but for military spouses especially. Also finding a home, making new friends. We always joke that you're at your new installation, you get the first day of school paperwork, and on the paperwork it says who is your emergency contact, and you don't know anybody, so you just find somebody that you're running into at the PX or and you're like, hi, my name's Patty, would you be my emergency contact? And usually they oblige. But each step along the way of my military life, I relied on my own creativity and resilience, along with the generosity of employers who recognize my value as a military spouse. And I do owe my employers so much because of their ability to support me and be flexible with my needs. Partners, please know, you make spouses feel very special. You give them a sense of relief, but more importantly, you give them a sense of self. A sense of self. I am somebody because I work for this company. And not only that, they know that an employer who cares about them gets them too. I encourage you to go explore, get creative, get to know the military spouses that you hire, because you'll be very, very glad that you did. And some partners, as a matter of fact, have created military spouse-friendly leave policies or programs to transfer jobs as they PCS, and some have launched internal fellowship programs. The sky's the limit. Talk to military spouses and find out what they need. In this 11th year of MSEP, the department is committed more than ever to taking care of our people. In the words of Secretary Austin, we have a sacred obligation to take care of our people. Our people and our readiness remain inextricably connected. We will do everything we can to support them. That comes from the very top of the Department of Defense. So empowering new growth and gaining employees will help make it happen. There's company in numbers. We are so proud to have your partnership. And I hope you're going to spread the word about MSEP and how others can join us as well. We need to continue to grow because it's only great that we work together to support our military and our military spouses.